jumping everywhere, and Harblue, for that reason, has been my favorite roamer, just because of the entertainment value. Never mind if he actually gets stuff done, but... Oh.
Yeah, we actually just got started right now as we have Revoluzion metagame, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue, going up against 90 Degrees FOV Esports, powered by ETK Gaming here on TV Battlelands. First map in week number 6 of ETF2L Season 15, powered by Blackout Gaming. My name is Pledge. With me today is going to be Accless, and with this first build going live, RLM is showing a very aggressive playstyle. They do pick up the first 3 frags, with the 2 coming out from Harblue, very well played by him, and the Blues managed to pick up the first middle.
It was really well played by Mark, who was very, very quick to mid and locked, looked Subker out of the house and denied him the midpoint, and that allowed his team to just push onto the midpoint and take it with actually just losing one player, which was Harblue. And Ethak is the only one alive, and they're already taking Spire. ×4, they have full Uber against 5% on Cause, and it's going to be a quick push to last.
Rocking that Uber so far, as the 100% versus 10% now coming out. Let's see in what way they're going to be able to manage to make this one work. 100%, once again, they're looking to come from that top hand side. We do have a counter power coming out for Ethog. He's going to try and blast them out, at least for as long as possible. Sentry onto Rake as well. Uber pops off in his top left hand side. It's an Uber versus no Uber push. The spam comes down. I like the delay, but in all honesty, is it going to be enough for Accless?
It looks like it. They got one pick on Ethak, who played the Pyro, and I don't even have to talk. They just jumped on the point with all of their players still alive. They just neglected the point. I don't even know if there were stickies on it, but that was a really quick cap for RLM.
Pick up the first round right there, and RLM, as expected, they are the favorites onto this one, but with a lineup that is really very difficult to predict how good they're actually going to be. It looks like that we're just going to have to wait and see exactly what happens. They go throughout the bottom hand side right now, as Sukpor is full health. He's going to make his way through, and Harblue jumps behind enemy lines. He gets taken down. Salmon on the other side happens the exact same thing through, and Mark now goes down. Captain Hacks drops to the floor, and it's a 3-for-3 exchange at the moment. Anything is still possible, but the scouts for RLM are very, very weak. And with the health right there, coming at a cost, very well played, keeping his team alive as much as possible. And the kill onto Mark there was absolutely crucial. And the Spire, they're probably going to be able to pick up for free.
It looks like they adjusted to what happened last time. Mark was still locked out, but they actually had a lot of soldier aggression onto Subker. Oh, other way around. But they pressured the demo, and this time they actually managed to turn it around and just overtook them. And they... Oh dear, 90 Degrees already have the Uber. There's no Uber on spin at the moment. And it looks like they're getting pressured back into mid. They haven't really managed to push onto Spire yet. Nice hold so far, but kind of risky because they don't have the Uber. Oh! That was close. Close to the bomb. The bomb came in onto spin, but he got the Uber right in time and managed to pressure out the 90 Degrees team back onto mid.
90 Degrees, they're going to try and make their way... Oh, I love the kill from the Salmon right there into the house onto Harblue. It looks like they're going to try, but Salmon really not going to have any of that. Jumps onto Mark as fast as he can. Now comes in from the back. He does get the damage done. And in all honesty, Spin barely going to be able to manage out of that one. Well played by the Finnish soldier right there. Salmon manages to pick up a lot of kills. There's a lot of damage and gives his team the advantage to make their way through. And now really Flippy, he's going to pick up that all-important sniper rifle at the moment. Let's see if he can get rid of that Uber disadvantage that is happening at the moment for his team. With the kill onto Sukpor, that might hold them off from pushing, at least for a little bit. I like the pick from Harblue there.
That was essential. They're still pushing, yeah. 90 Degrees is still pushing it. And, oh, nice pick by Flippy onto Captain Hacks. That might just have saved them the round. They have... Spin doesn't have Uber yet. He's on 50 health. Is he going to hold onto it? Oh dear, he got the full Uber. Looks like he's going to survive, yeah. But that pick by Harblue onto Subker, that was key. That was key, and the headshot. Otherwise, they would just push in with Uber. They didn't have anything, but now they're in a really comfortable position. They lost 2 players. They have to cap Spire. They have to cap it. Looks like they're gonna do it. They got a full Uber against nothing, so if they get Spire, yeah, now they can get aggressive if they want to. It's 4v4. It's about equal. They pop the Uber.
Yeah, they're gonna use this Uber, but in all honesty, it's more a Uber just to use and just to keep a couple of players alive, more so than to put a lot of pressure. I don't like what Rake was doing there. I don't know why he actually ended up going in there. Maybe he was stuck a little bit, but it looks like he was going to be completely fine. As right now, 90 Degrees, yeah, they're going to hold on. Yes, they have an Uber advantage, but the Revoluzion guys in the blue are going to be able to try and push their way through, and the kills from the soldiers, they're absolutely crucial, as Harblue and Spin both managed to pick up one. Cost looks to be completely safe though, but this Uber is not going to be used to block middle, and if they do, they're just going to be out of position. They are looking to sort of defend this choke area, but this Uber, it really looks like the single soldier Uber is not going to be too much damage. They kill a medic, but really apart from that, can they get anything done? The kill to Harblue is quite nice actually from Ethag right there, and is 90 Degrees actually going to be able to pull this one off? They were out of position, outgamed, but really at this moment in time, it looks like they're going to be able to push up, defend this properly, and with a double body shot from Rake, that's going to seal the deal as the 90 Degrees guys make their way through. Probably are going to be able to cap up middle here.
That was interesting. I'm not sure if you noticed it, but they were backcapping. They just didn't care about the single Uber. RLM just tried to go for a backup. They put both scouts onto Spire, but there was a demo, a soldier, and then we had, was that Flippy? No, it was Rake. Rake would just body shot the two scouts off of Spire after all the damage was dealt. And that, well, that kind of shut down the backup. But they lost 2 players again with an Uber advantage. This is some really unfortunate trading for them. Yeah, it looks like RLM is trying to get aggressive. They have a soldier bombing into mid, and he's onto the medic, and he had to Uber. He forced the Uber. Well played by Harblue.
Yeah, good force coming out right there from the American soldier, helping out Revoluzion metagame today. They're going to try and hold on to this one. They were a little bit out of position as Captain Ack picks up a double right there. Shotgun into rocket launcher and the other way around as well, as right now 90 Degrees, they're still dealing with Flippy. Where is he standing? He's sitting in trash, isn't he? As he's just sitting into that little bit of a brush. Can he pick one? Can he pick two? Something like that would have been absolutely crucial. They cannot land the shots at this moment in time. Harblue gets a pick though. Flippy misses the flick. Is he going to be able to make a flick up the top side? No, he cannot. As with 2 HP, he's going to be able to bite the dust, drop to the floor. With the 90 degree Uber advantage that's going to come out, I can only assume that they're going to build this one off and rush their way into last.
Unless Harblue gets another miracle pick, 90 Degrees has a window here. They have about 20% Uber advantage. If they push right away, they might just catch RLM off guard.
It looks like Harblue was trying to do the exact same thing, right? Take down a Devilman or something like that, but this time around, it did not work out. Goose was paying way too much attention for that one to happen. They have 100% double scout Uber. I like this decision. And usually what you do is that as soon as you rush that Devilman into the corner, you try and make a play for the medic. That's what they did. Now they're trying to go for the point. And Uber came out from spin though. It's a 2-for-2 exchange. And it looks like Suckper is quite safe in all honesty. They had to give up the high ground in order to defend against the Supers. Captain Axe now dropping onto spin. Cannot get the English medic down as the overdose is hitting the shots right now. You see very, very clearly Captain Axe could not get the pickle to the medic, and now forces Ethog in some sort of a crazy scenario to go for the spy play.
I'm gonna put my camera on him. That's gonna be exciting to watch.
Oh, Flippy. Boston bashing up there onto the Spire about 3 times and then ended up killing himself. It was
Ethog is on
pretty
last.
damn fantastic.
He might have. Does he have enough time? No, he does! He does! He got the backup! Oh my god!
Jesus.
That Rake! He just blocked this. He blocked the blind.
Ray
and
blocked it,
Ethog
yeah.
got
Ray
it. Yeah.
blocked it.
Well, that's what happens when you put the camera on the spy. You don't see the amazing play onto the block. It was really well played. It was just
teamfortress.tv always works on multiple sides, man. It's very difficult to actually be able to catch everything. First middle, second middle, second round. Damn it, I cannot actually figure out my words right there. Second round, really going towards 90 Degrees. The score's all tied up. We're going to be making our way towards the third middle. Suckper from the start onwards been caught into house, and they have to give up on position. Are they going to go aggressive? Yes, they are, ladies and gentlemen. As the French soldier Captain Axe makes his way in, Suckper's going to try and clutch this one out. Gets one, gets two. Is he going to be able to help his buddy Rake out right now? As obviously they lost some kills, but they're going to win the total exchange. As the fight got lost at the start, but the war in the end ended up being picked up. As 90 Degrees can cap off this middle. No forward spawns apart from Harblue right there. And 90 Degrees, yeah, they lost the medic late in the fight. Yeah, they're going to have an Uber disadvantage, but the player advantage that they have might actually give him Spire quite early here.
Yeah, and Harblue just gave him another player advantage. He just bombed into a scout going through choke. Kinda odd. Maybe he was trying to get the demo to delay them a little bit. Demo on Spire is really nasty to deal with, but that's the player less they have to defend Spire now, which is, it looks like they're going to take a good position, but they should probably retreat. Mark is on 1 HP. That's bad. He has to retreat, and they're still in there. Now there's pressure on the medic. Spin is down. Yeah, that was... I called it. This is going to be a really easy round for 90 Degrees if they can keep it up. It's 4v3. Stark is very low on HP. Flippy very low on HP. Stark goes down. 5 players up. 4 players. 3 on the battlefield, I think, for 90 Degrees. And yeah, if they keep building, it's going to be a full Uber against nothing.
90 Degrees. 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 90 Yeah, it's very much so. That was a very weird exchange. I think both of the teams had like 3 players on 10 HP or something like that at the very end. They managed to actually make their way through as 90 Degrees picks this one up, keeps their Uber advantage as well. And Kost and the rest of his bros coming mainly from Finland, and one guy, actually there's a Norwegian in there today as well, as I cannot really call them ex-Team Finland anymore, because at this moment in time, 90 Degrees FOV Esports is going to make their way in through, top left-hand side, 3 players through, which is a little bit unusual. Usually use 2 of them, but they use 3 this time around, and the extra fragging power is going to be crucial. 2-1, ladies and gentlemen, now onto the board as the 90 Degrees boys manage to pick this one up. And I really cannot say anything else apart from the fact that Revoluzion metagame, they're not playing like they have done all season. And if they end up losing this game, as I said already, if they lose this game, they're going to drop below 90 Degrees and actually have the risk of dropping down to Division 1 next season.
They're changing things up for this mid. We don't have Mark going aggressive on mid this time. He's on balcony, just spamming casually onto the point. And they're not taking, RM isn't taking this position like they used to on the last 2 mids, or 3 mids. Was it 3? It was 3. Yeah, and I don't know what they were doing. They just kind of poked in, shot a couple players, and then went out again. They lost 3 players, but not much. They didn't accomplish anything, and 90 FOV is pushing onto Spire.
See 75% on the spin at the moment. He's going to be trying to build that one up together with his buddy Stark at the moment. Just trying to get that one out as soon as they can so that they at least have an Uber to defend with, which is actually what's going to happen. Both of these teams now having that Uber charge. Flippy, we already saw the shot onto Captain Hacks appearing in round number 1. Can he do the exact same thing this time around and actually help his team out? As right now it seems like the doubles soldier Uber trying to pick someone off is going to work, because I don't think Hardblue knows that tactic whatsoever. He got shut down by the double soldier, and now there's a double soldier push happening into the middle area. Koss heals his soldier up from the start, then drops out from the main, and now with his demo man, the follow-up push is going to happen, but the 2 kills onto Captain Axis Salmon are quite crucial right there, as RLM is going to be able to defend quite solidly. Suck picks up 3 though, and is he going to be able to make it more? Is it going to stay at 3, or is he going to get more? The 3 is exactly where it stops, ladies and gentlemen, as now Koss running his way out against Flippy, who's 58 HP, but Hardblue is probably going to be chasing him out here as well. He's going to try and get the shot. Koss, can he do it? Can he not do it? Drops to the floor at the very end. When Hardblue actually dropping down a little bit, the cap time on Spire is very much so delayed.
Yeah, it's delayed, but if they play that properly, which it looks like they do, they're low on health. RLM is really low on health, but they're up by 3 players. This might just be, they kept, no, Spin went down, Rake shot down Spin. I was about to say, they might just be able to just roll 90 Degrees all the way back to their last with the advantage that they got out of this situation, but now, no. They lost their medic, and Kaz is going to have an advantage, but maybe RLM might be able to just push onto mid. No! Mark goes down, outplayed by Subker. Nicely done.
Very well played right there as RLM. It's an alright exchange, but Salmon, once again, ladies and gentlemen, he seems to have an absolutely fantastic day so far. Gets a lot of picks, and his buddy Captain Axe comes now in, gets the double as well, and Spin, really the only man left alive at this moment. Cannot even build the Uber, cannot do anything, just has to wait for his players to spawn, and therefore the Uber advantage is not going to be as significant as you probably would have hoped. So 15%, about 15 to 20% or so between Spin and Koss at the moment. And the question is, do they have an accurate read on that, or are just going to try and push out, considering that Koss spawned very, very late. Looks like RLM is indeed going to put down some pressure. Ethug is rocking that sniper rifle though. Let's see if he can make a play here for 90 Degrees.
They're taking position on the balcony, and 90 Degrees is doing good, just pulling out and using their own sniper to gain advantage. And oh, Spin is so exposed. That was, yes, Ether goes down. That's 3 players down for 90 Degrees. Well played by RLM. I didn't expect them to push out. That was. They had the read. I was about to say they don't have it. They can't have it. That was so confusing when they lost the medics, but they're the Prem players. I'm not. So, yeah, really well done. And they're going to take mid at equal Ubers, but at a play advantage too. They might just be able to roll into... No, there comes a push bomb in, trying to get the force from Spin, who's at 50 HP. Well dodged. Oh, he has to pop anyway to save his players. Both Ubers have been exchanged, and let's see who caves in. Looks like RM is trying to just draw. Yeah, they're trying to go out, trying to re-push it now. Oh, this is going to be clutch. There's almost all players are committed to this midpoint, and 90 Degrees is down by 2, but I think they had late spawners for RLM, so it's kind of up for anyone. No, RLM took it. They took it. Just lost 1 player, Hardblue again, and now Kaz is on the run. Here, just with some scout.
See, everyone from 90 Degrees just backing the hell out of this one right now, about 45 to 50% onto Cost, and Spin already rocking that 70%. So there is going to be an advantage hopping on into last there, and RLM, knowing them, they're going to dot push that one straight off the bat. Probably get a lot of damage on it. Even that, look at that, the Soldier comes in. Why would you wait for Uber if you can just push on straight in? As the point gets capped, ladies and gentlemen, the pressure from Flippy and Harblue, really too much to handle at that moment in time for 90 Degrees. They did not see that one coming, and they were not expecting it whatsoever. The point now goes down, ladies and gentlemen, the score back to equalizing, as the 2-2 score line is on the board at the moment. We're only like about halfway through the game at the moment, 14.5 minutes left, and this fifth middle's gonna go live.
Looks like that Subker is actually catching up to Mark in terms of rollout speed, and it's kind of paying off. He doesn't get locked out, the team might actually just go in, but there's too much pressure on the red team. There's a bomb from Snippers onto the house, and Kaz is on the run with Subker, and he might just get caught out. Snippers, oh, that was nicely done. Clutch pill, but he's still in danger, and too bad. Kaz got the arrow kill on Snippers, but Stark just finished him off, and oh, that was kind of odd, actually. There was only like 2 players up still for them? Yeah. Just the scout that survived it. And they're already on Spire. There's a scout behind them, not sure if they saw it, and yeah, it's Rake. Might be able to...
They're gonna try and block onto this one. It looks like they actually managed to make this one work. There's very, very little space left onto that capture point, but no, it is indeed not captured by Blue. They're gonna take the exchange, though, in all honesty, because Captain Axe went down, and Stark, they both are gonna spawn at the exact same times. As soon as they both land on the battlefield once again, Revolution is going to try and go ahead pretty much on the spot. I'm assuming Spin is running Crit Screak. Yes, he is at the moment, as the 90% is going to come out. And that is a very clear Crit Screak advantage. Now the question is RLM going to be prepared? Or are going to be a little bit cut off right now as the crits lands onto Mark? Here comes the shot! He doesn't manage to land this one just now. For the time being, the shot from Snippers comes out. They get the hit onto Salmon right now, but Koss, you gotta build, man. You gotta build, Koss. It's not gonna be good enough. Is right now, RLM is saying, no, we're not gonna let you build. We're gonna keep on putting pressure. We know you're close to Uber, and they get the 3-2 down before Koss hits that crucial 100%. And now with the 6th middle going live, we've seen how crucial these middles are. Which team is gonna come out on top where it all matters.
Have to see. Let's see how the demos actually fare this time. It's mainly going to be about the demos again. Like, usually it's just one demo being locked out, and we have the early aggression from Salmon onto the blue choke, and the blue combo has arrived. It's being pressured by one of the red soldiers, and looks like they're going to be pushed back. No, blue gets a lot of kills. It's 4 frags down for the blue team, 4 still up for them. Only Rake alive. He has to get the medic or get out. Looks like he's trying to commit to the middle point and trying to get a kill, but there's 3 players surrounding him. He's got no chance. Yeah, he goes down. Poor guy.
He did a good effort, let's be honest, as he got a couple of players weak, but in the end, not going to be able to pick up the kills. One thing that I kind of dislike about RLM's play at the moment is that when Spin spawned, no one else was there with him. And now a lot of his players decide, you know what, I'm going to spawn switch instead, and now only Spin finds a player. And you know what, at that moment in time, Koss has already hit 20 to 25%. So the Reds here definitely are going to have a slight advantage to work with. Again, the question is, do they know? Have they analyzed it? Have they seen it? And can they work this one out? It's Ubercharge versus Ubercharge, ladies and gentlemen. And so far, we're having a little bit of a stalemate action. We're trying to get a pick here and there, though, because that's just kind of what Harblue does. He forces you to keep on fighting because he keeps on fighting. Either you kill him or he kills you. You have to manage to get some pressure down onto that guy. And until this Ubercharge are being built, which is pretty much about now, looks like the point is going to try and be stalematy. Now the Ubercharge comes out for 90 Degrees. They have no idea that they had a slide window there, which is perfectly fine. I did not expect them to, but on the off chance that they did, they had a window to work with. They're going to take a little bit easy for now, as both of these teams have to hit that Uber, 100% Uber. And Accless, they're going to try and see if they can get a pick somewhere. It looks like Valley seems to be the designated area, but Flippy comes down. Feel the wrath of my scattergun and my pistol, as he says straight after, as he takes down Rake as well. And that is a 6 versus 4. Really, in all honesty, they can defend the Spire all they want, but they might actually decide to drop all the way back to last instead.
Yeah, that call was amazing. Oh, we see both of us forced, but let me talk about that Valley action. There was a few players from 90 Degrees trying to wrap around, and that had to have been called, and Artem just collapsed onto them, got 2 picks, which allowed them to push onto Spire. They got Spire now, and they got a 6-player advantage against 3 that are last for 90 Degrees. If I'm not mistaken, this should be around for them. Oh my god, Harblue, holy shit. He just dives right onto the point. He doesn't care. And he dies, but he didn't care anyway. Oh dear, it's still 4 players for them. They stay alive for so long, but no, Artem is gonna take it. Well played. That Harblue play, man. Just on the point, draws everyone on it, and then they just spam it out, and for some reason just park the demo and the medic on it until some of them die. But yeah, it worked. It worked. It was fun to watch.
Yesterday, 90 Degrees was 4-0 down on Badlands against Last Man Standing. This time around, though, what we see was that they were 2-1 up, and then they fell apart. As right now the 4-2 comes out for Revoluzion metagame. They seem to have figured it out. Can they keep on going the way they have been going? Marco's down this time around, though, and well played to Captain Hacks for doing that, but they need to keep it up. They do get a 2-for-1 exchange here at the very start. It looks like 90 Degrees finally managing to catch a break after the sort of steamroll through the last 10 minutes. So right now they pick up that middle. They don't get the kill into spin, though. That one might prove to be very, very valuable.
Definitely. I think we've seen only one situation where it was Uber v Uber on last, so we got one of those again, and we got a heavy. Oh, we don't. Too bad. We got a Pyro instead from Stark on last. We've seen Pyro plays from RLM on every last, I think, but this time it's that was 90 Degrees. But we got a sniper and a Pyro. That's quite the heavy setup. And Stark changes to Scout. Damn you, man! Come on. It's already tough to keep track of that.
I would not be surprised if they sent like 2 soldiers bottom right again and try to catch Harblue. Yeah, Harblue poked again. Did you see? I don't know if you, caught that, but he did poke again. Oh, they get 2 actually. They get Stark and Flippy. That is a complete misplay for RLM, as really the Uber's just going to pop off on that bottom right-hand side. They get 3 instead. And really, you can Uber whatever the hell you want, ladies and gentlemen, but only you have 3 people down still. I don't think there's any way they can hold on to this one. As right now the follow-up push comes out. Double Scout and the Demo Man coming in. It's a little bit uncoordinated, but the damage is there, and it looks like they might be able to pick this one up. 4-3, ladies and gentlemen. The score relatively even still. Anything can happen. There's not a lot of time left anymore, though.
Almost worked. Starting Flippy just respawned, but it was like 2 seconds too late. Bad.
You're just saying they should have died earlier. That's the plan, so they would have spawned earlier as well.
Yes. That's logical.
Would have been a great tactic if that actually happened, though. 8th middle, ladies and gentlemen, coming up right now.
Yeah, early spam again from the red team, just pushing onto the point. We got the demo already on the midpoint, which is really aggressive, and he gets taken down really quickly too by Stark. There's a lot of blue aggression now, and it's 3v2, and the blue team might be able to take it. They don't have a medic, but they got all the damage. Health is low on all the players, and that should be it. There's 2 damaging classes against 1 medic, and the medic is on the run now.
He's on last already. Like Goss is just like toodles. I'm just out. I'm gonna run all the way back. We're just gonna build off this Uber, and really, I'm gonna suspect that they're gonna sit onto like Stonebridge or something, and Harblue's gonna try and make some sort of ridiculous play. That's what I'm gonna expect. I'm gonna expect him to do that.
Harblue is under bridge.
Like, this is what I'm saying, right? He's already there. And I don't know if the team knows. No, they have no idea, right? So this is what he's doing. He has been checked. He has been checked. Very well played. You just want to make sure, right? If a roaming soldier and a scout stay alive after a long mid fight, the big chances are he's going to be around, and that's what I said. He was going to try and make a play, did not manage to make it work, but it was worth it because on the off chance that it does work, you win your team the game basically, considering they're 1 point up. As right now the Uber's being used, they are going to pick up middle because of it, and most likely straight afterwards we're going to be able to see the push coming out from 90 degrees.
He's going to make a play on the medic.
I'm not really sure. Like, this thing they kind of need to pressure, but what they can also do is really wait for this Uber, try and force it, and get the hell out to sort of turn the tides around once again. It looks like they might fancy going for a little bit of pressure here. They're going to try and force that Uber on choke.
Looks like it's going to work too. There's a lot of pressure on spin, but no. Instead, he's going for the back cap and just jumping. What is he doing? I'm so confused. Harblue's down. He got shot down now, but wasn't there a soldier behind for 90 degrees? There's going to be another stalemate. There was a lot of jumping around, and for some reason, nothing happened.
Nope.
What?
That's, yeah, standard, I guess. Salmon and Harblue are both down now, but in all honesty, they're really going to spawn. I don't think there's much going to happen anywhere in the next sort of 20 seconds before both of these players make their way into the fight once again, as the spawns are just relatively close, so they're really just going to wait for each other. It looks like if RLM wants to do anything, they are going to go house, but 90 degrees, I like this. They're setting a trap in house at the moment. They kind of want that one pick, right? And they're going to expect it's going to be Harblue. He's going to try and poke, and they're going to try and take him down. We'll snip us this time around, though. And are they going to go resup? Are they not? They look a little bit undecided. They sent 2 soldiers to resup, and they pick off Harblue. They do manage to pick him up. And they sort of fake the resupply pushes. Right now, everyone else making their way through house. Yeah, okay, they are going to go resup. I'm so confused about what 90 degrees is doing, but it is working. They got the pick, and it is going to be a 6 versus 5 Uber versus Uber fight with them behind enemy lines.
I'm I'm so pleasantly surprised. Like watching 90 Degrees playing last week compared to today, it's so much more innovative and inventive the way they actually set up their pushes. It's not working for some reason. They just lost 3 players, 4 players, and RLM is going to push back onto mid. And after they clean up that one remaining soldier, yeah, Salmon goes down. Too bad. It was so much fun to watch. It was. I'm surprised. I would have been caught off guard, definitely, but.
I can't believe Rake is still alive on the Spire. He must die. He must, Rake. Oh my god, he actually makes it to the map back 69 HP right now onto the Finnish Scout. And he just, combined with the fact that both Stark and Flippy went down, so that sort of the capture time is sort of gone, combined with the fact that Rake is still sitting behind and only now got taken down, that just really meant that RLM did not have the pressure they really needed. And now with Spin and Slip is going down, 90 Degrees is going to look to turn this one around and equalize the score.
Yeah, they got scattered trying to catch the Scout. Just 2 players watching for him, 1 actually going after him, and 2 players being in choke. They got rushed by the entire team of 90 Degrees, who might be able to just take Spire for free. Yeah, there's no Uber for Spin, there's 75% for Kaz. This might be another round for 90 Degrees if they play it correctly, and if Harbor doesn't get another great pick onto a key player from Ireland. 90 Degrees.
Yeah, it looks like he already went in, though, and he's not going to get anything. Like, he gets a Scout combined with Mark, but Mark gets taken down! And that really, like, you lose both Scouts for 90 Degrees here, but they have 4-man fragging power. They're going to fight this one head-on, Ubercharge their way through their right-hand side. And as soon as they get that soldier down, really, they're going to work on everything else. And with only 2 Scouts standing in between them at the last point, they're managing to pick this one up. And with only a couple of minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, on the scoreline, the 4-all score comes out. And what 90 Degrees couldn't do yesterday, as it was 4-3 in the end, now the 4-all comes out. And are they going to be looking for more, or are they going to be content at this moment in time?
Oh, I'd assume they'd be looking for more. Matches have been considerably more exciting now than they have been at the start, and we got a lot of early aggression for RLM. They've already overtaken the point, but there's the bomb for Salmon, trading a lot of space, just taking on half the team from RLM. Really well played. This mid is his. That was so well played, and it might just be a wipe for it. Yes, Stark is still alive. He's on 5 HP. I have no idea where he is.
Yeah, he's all the way back. He's all the way back.
Nothing exciting happening, sadly.
Yeah, Stark is not going to die. It's not like he, with 5 HP, is going to kill 4 men from 90 Degrees. That would have been something, but... Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 minutes left on the scoreboard, and 3 minutes is really... It's enough time for both of these teams to still be able to make it, but in all honesty, RLM is going to be focusing on trying to hold this last point for 3 minutes, or losing around fast enough that they can pick up a new one. It looks like right now. Oh my god, wow. The drop comes out, Koss. You gotta be kidding me. You really do not want to do that in this scenario. As Flippy picks up a double as well, with those headshots in a row, and now Mark hits on the Salmon. And really, unless they just get crazy backcapped, everything just turned around. 90 Degrees had the grip onto this game firmly, no problem whatsoever. And 1 or 2 individual plays and everything changes, ladies and gentlemen. As Flippy with the double, Mark with the drop, and RLM turns this one around. And now with a massive Uber advantage, it's going to be down to Rake. Can he get the kills? And RLM is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're going reset. They're playing it safe.
And they got Suckber as a fadeaway kill, so there's no demo defending the second point. Mark is already in Stormer sticking up the main door. They might just take Spire for free with no contest from 90 Degrees whatsoever. There's a soldier, nicely played by Captain Hax, who gets the force out of Spin, and they're pushing onto less, but they don't have... No, they're not. They're just going to take position in lobby, but they don't have Spire yet. They got the pressure on the point really, really late, and they're down a player now. There's 80% on Kaz, and for somehow 90 Degrees just turn it around. It's gonna take Spin too. Nicely done by Salmon, who just picks up Spin, who was kind of lost and trash. And they're gonna push onto mid and retake it. Just kind of fall apart for RLM.
It's just nerves, man. And both of these teams are falling apart multiple times during this round. And now with, well, what is it, 60 seconds left on the clock? Is the pick gonna come out? No way that Koss gets forced. Very well played. That's the English medic's going to be able to hold on towards this Uber charge, and Stark did not manage to get the force down. We have 60 seconds left on the clock now, ladies and gentlemen. 60 seconds on the dot. As Revoluzion metagame is going to have to drop out of this one. They might fancy trying that exact same trap once again. The backup, I like it. That's kind of what you want to do. You want to put a scout on the backup, annoy players more so than anything. As you see, nothing is going to happen, but you just annoy a couple of players. Captain Axe this time face-checking that door, gets taken down by the Stickies of Mark, and Koss is just going to decide, you know what, we have to Uber through. We have to see if we can make this one work. They rush the point here. Can they hold on to this one, or can they not? As the damage comes down, it looks like 90 degrees. They're going to push. They're going to pressure. Can they do this one? As Rake now sitting into that main area, gets one headshot. Can he do anything more for his team? As Koss, the medic, now comes in, bottom right-hand side. Koss is on the point. Can he do it? He gets taken down. As Koss and Ray both get dropped to the floor, and it looks like Revolution, for the time being, they've managed to stay alive. But Salmon and Captain Axe have something to say about this Accless. Here they go! The stalemate comes out, just barely in the end. And we're going to a golden cap, ladies and gentlemen.
That was amazing. Oh, wow. So much happened, I can't even properly recap it. It's just, they had the perfect timing, and they actually decided to just leave the point vacant, just watch all the entrances. That was so clutch, and they did all the right decisions there and held onto the point, and now they're gonna take 1 point, if they can take 2.
Yeah. I said to Ray yesterday in the interview that we had post-game, so I said 6-0 is okay, but with 5-1, you're still good. You're still above RLM, because the difference between these two teams is 3 points. So 5-1 is still okay, 4-2 is not. So they kind of need to win. Like, if they want it, very simply said, if they lose this golden cap, there's no way they can get above RLM anymore on the tables. That's it. Like, that's it. That, mathematically speaking, if they lose this golden cap, they cannot beat RLM anymore. RLM can still get 4th, or 5th, or 6th, but they cannot. I don't think RLM can drop down anymore if they win this golden cap. So this is a golden cap. I don't think they're going to be thinking about it that way. I think they're going to be just saying, you know, guys, it's 1 round. Let's try and figure it out. It's 10 minutes maximum, and really all you got to do is just win the round and you're good. I think that is the way they're going to think about this. Mathematically speaking, ladies and gentlemen, if RLM picks this one up, they're secured from a spot in Prem. I'm 99% sure that is the case. My mathematical studies really should be paying off here as I think about this.
I'm just going to say yes. You know more about maths than I in that case.
I think that sounds good,
yeah. They read it up, right?
Yeah, the golden cap is going live right now as RLM and 90 degrees are going to be able to make their way towards the middle point here. A Spin and the Bros and Koss and the Bros are both walking their way on towards this area. So the middle point of Badlands is going to be the fight to life and death for the 10th time, ladies and gentlemen, this game. 4-4 all regular. What's the regular scoreline? Now, for 1 golden cap, it looks like RLM is going to be able to take it huge, ladies and gentlemen. A 4-for-1 exchange straight off the bat. And Koss and the rest of the team are just going to have to drop back out of there. Ethug's going to have to try and keep the guy alive. As Koss right now, yes, he's still building. Yeah, they're still okay. And it looks like they might sacrifice Ethug. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to try and cap on Spire. I don't like how aggressive RLM is at the moment. It's probably better for them to just sit here for a bit and build off that Uber charge, which it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. And 90 degrees pushed back all the way into last, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to repeat the rules. In North America, there's no time limit in the golden caps. In Europe, there is 10 minutes, and after the end of those 10 minutes, the team that holds middle wins automatically. So that is something you can play with.
You ever seen that? That a team actually won by keeping the
I've seen it
midpoint?
twice. I've seen it twice. Yeah.
Never seen it. Is it exciting or is it just boring because it's staying like
It's boring as hell, yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, we have a spy right behind Kaz, and he gets the demo, and they Uber on the Pyro. The spy goes down, so we got 4v4, but the Uber got forced from Kaz. So we see RM pushing out, pushing in, never mind that.
Gotta keep Ethug alive, man. They gotta keep Ethug alive. That's 450 HP right there. They gotta keep him alive. You gotta heal Ethug. He stays alive for the time being. Still 100 HP. 40 HP. Now drops to the floor. The spawners. Here comes the spawners. Sukbar and Salmon both spawning. It's not going to be enough, ladies and gentlemen. A Revolution metagame. Happily are going to be able to say thank you very much. We'll pick up our ticket for Prem next season. We're going to be able to make our way through. That spy play from Harblue was really nice. Not end up catching that one because it didn't make any sense whatsoever, which was probably the reason why it ended up working. As the 5-4 golden cap scoreline comes out, Revolution metagame is going to pick this one up, which very simply means 90 degrees cannot beat them on the tables anymore. But what can happen is 90 degrees can, instead of 7th, they can get 8th. So they have to pick up as many points as they can, especially in the next round. And for RLM, there's still something at stake as well, as obviously they need the points in a weird chance to still get 4th place in this division. So we're going to have to wait and see exactly what's going to happen on the second map, ladies and gentlemen. Viaduct is going to come up, and obviously no ties are able to be played there, as one team is going to be able to come out on top and win that one. We're going to have to see who that is going to be, as Revoluzion and metagame and 90 degrees are both going to make their way through, and with everything at stake, this is where it matters. Viaduct is coming up here, ladies and gentlemen, over at teamfortress.tv, with Platch, Accless, and John covering this one right here. Don't go anywhere.